Yeah, I did my pre-trip. Just waiting a few more minutes before it's time to go. Got my last fuel stop planned, and then I'll head up to. I won't be more than 45 minutes to an hour from that fuel stop to Kenosha. Well, to where I'm going to park for tonight. It's funny. He had me semi pre-planned on 2 loads. As soon as I delivered Kenosha, I was going to go up to Minnesota, and then he had a really good paying one going to Florence, Kentucky, but not going to be able to make it. I got 30 hours left of my 70 hour, and it's going to take at least 7 or 8 more hours to get to where I'm going to pull over, so that'll be 21. And I'll take at least 10 probably to do my delivery, pick up, and then drive up to Minneapolis. So I would need to, as soon as I'm done in Minneapolis, have at least 15 hours minimum to get all the way down to Florence, and then I'd be running right on the ragged edge. So this one I gotta play by ear. I mean, if I have 15 hours left after I'm delivered, then I had. And Eau Claire is kind of right on the way. It just depends on how long they take to load me. And because it's a hazmat load, I'm going to have to do their system and wait for them to get me out. From there, it's at least 10 hours down to Florence. My worry is what time I'll hit like Indy and go around to 74 to get to Florence. Because once I deliver, it's not that big of a deal. Because worst case scenario, I can get them to let me put me on PC to go to the truck stop to take my 34 hours. But then that would be Wednesday, Thursday. So I'd be starting on Friday. Technically, if I do this, it would be, should be doing Tuesday, Wednesday. Because I started on Thursday. But, we'll see how it goes. If I have enough time, I'll do it. The load pays too good. But I also don't want to run into a situation where I wouldn't be able to deliver it either. So I have to see how many hours I have left. Alright, we'll see you in a little bit once we get rolling. Hey everyone. Well, we are in Illinois. We're 3:14 to my where I'm gonna top off. And after that it's about not much longer of a day. The only thing is, yeah, we're looking like we're going to be probably right on 20 and a half hours left once I get there, and I'll take out 15 minutes for post-trip. 20 hours and 15 minutes. And this delivery, they could go either way. I could get there at 8, which is when they open up. You can almost figure, since they're opening up at 8, I'll get in, I can guarantee minimum an hour. Unless they really surprise me, because I've been, a long time ago, I worked for a company that used to deliver a lot to some of these U-line PCs, and they're not the fastest, and this is a huge one. So I don't see me getting out of there at, like, record-breaking time. So it could take 2 or 3 hours to get out of there. I mean, some places you think you go to, it shouldn't take them longer than an hour, and it turns out, you know, you're there for 4 hours. I don't think they're one where it's going to be, hey, we got to break this down by SKU number and that. I doubt it. U-Line does it that way. They're not really a food warehouse per se. But since it's big, they may put you in a door and they have 3 guys that unload. I mean, I've been to places that get me out in an hour, and I've been to places like this where I'm not out 3 hours, so that would suck up time. Then if I do this one thing, I can go pick up, hopefully, and it's not like this other pickup where, you know, I can't pick them early enough. So if I can get out of there fairly fast, go over and pick up, and it doesn't take forever to load there, I can get up to Minnesota, but I have a feeling I'm only going to have 10 hours left when I get up there, which isn't enough to do this run. I need a minimum of 15 hours. That outbound killed me, and southbound killed me. And I maybe could have had an hour or more had I taken 44 all the way down there, taken this way all the way down, because so far I haven't had really any delays. This is, like I said, only a half hour longer to go to the same spot, so, and it had no tolls. I think their problem, I mean, as much as you can complain about larger companies, at least when they dispatch, most companies use 50 miles an hour the way they dispatch. That way they know you got more than enough time to get there, even though they know you're probably not, you're going to average more than 50 miles an hour. Any place I've ever worked at that uses that for a basic premise, I've never had any real issues, unless, like I said, you get some place like that where, you know, it takes 4.5 hours, 5 hours to load you. And one thing that did make sense, I'm guessing the guy had to go pull this stuff. And then, but even though, I mean, it was taking him a good 10-15 minutes in between each thing, and I I'm assuming he was pulling 2 to 3 pallets and then pushing them over to me. I mean, if it was on the other side of the warehouse where his product was, why in the hell didn't they just have me pull into a dock on the other side of the warehouse, and it would have taken them less time. I love this, and I don't know how this could happen, or how anybody can even use it. Somehow in Texas, somehow someone got a fuel card number, but I don't know how they would get my control number or my truck number, because every time I fuel, even manually, you have to give them a truck number and a control number. And they happen to fuel, and somebody in Texas, because there was 2 fraudulent charges, and both of them were in Texas, and they were for like $800 each time. And there's like, I told her there's no way I would go above $400 depending on what fuel prices are, because I don't have that much room to fuel. I put on that much fuel. So now I gotta walk in, have them enter it in manually, and then when I fuel up in the morning on Wednesday or Thursday, depends. He said I'm going to get back 9 hours on Wednesday, but I don't think that's till Wednesday night. So I'd already had my 70 or my 34 hours off. So I don't know when he's planning, because he didn't say I'd pick it up Tuesday. He said I'd pick it up Wednesday, and that usually means after midnight Wednesday. So I'd already had my 34 in, so yeah. But man, she said it's not hard, but you know, there's no way to steal. They may be able to get a card reader to read my card, but I wouldn't think my control number or my truck number is in the magnetic strip of the card. I would think that's something that their system goes and reads on file. But now I'm just waiting for him to email me my new number. And then I gotta take the risk, because now it's written down, handing it to somebody there, and somebody seeing it. And I've been doing it, going 3 years with GP. Never had anybody steal my card. Here, I'm not even here a week, and somebody steals the card. How in the heck? It would have to have been somebody there, because I would think the only way, because I wouldn't be the only one, there'd be a whole bunch. It's not like somebody had a fake card reader or anything. It would have to be that it wouldn't be just my card, it'd be a whole bunch of cards. And it's funny, because Both of them are in Texas, and they're both for like $893. How do you get the same fuel amount twice? I don't know. EFS doesn't have much of a control system. She says it hasn't been put on mine yet, but there's supposedly some other way that they have security on it. But why it wouldn't be already initiated so nobody could steal a card number is beyond me. I don't know. Alright, that's my rant and rave, so now I'm just waiting. Man, what a cluster. It cracks me up. I mean, it's nothing against you young people, but you guys rely too much on computer systems and that, and if they don't work, you still try redoing it again. Yeah, I was telling her, I go, you know, it sounds, because they tried resetting everything and they gave me a whole, somehow the first girl gave me a fuel card for one of our other trucks, so that's why that didn't work. Then the second fuel card number they gave me, I don't know how she did that. Second fuel card number she gave me, it said I couldn't enter manually. Then I just got tired of it. I knew that pretty soon there was going to start being a line again. So I just used my company card. The only thing is I don't get my fuel discount, which wouldn't be anything different than when I was with GP. So I just fueled and got my DAP that way so I could get out of everybody's way. Called them back and she goes, yeah, we just can't get it to accept your truck number and your PIN number. And I go, do these things have expiration dates? She goes, yeah, why? I go, because when you enter in manually, it asks for an expiration date. And I've just been using 00. She goes, all right, we'll send you the expiration date too. So, again, I've never seen, you know what, if GP could have got their freaking fleet managers better trained or that, or get their system better worked out, I'd have stayed there. Man, whenever I had an issue, it was resolved quick. Here, it's like pulling eye teeth. I mean, now on my way back, when I leave on my next load, I have to swing through the yard to pick up a fuel card. But I guess in Texas, I'm going to have to start grabbing the card reader to make sure that there's not some false one on it. Because that would be the only way I could think that it would have read that. I wouldn't have thought your PIN and your truck, the other numbers you would need would be in there. Because even when you enter manually, it still asks for a truck number and a control number.
On the right to I-41 North.
Morning. Well, we've delivered. Sorry, I didn't do a morning howdy doody.
In 1/2 mile, turn right
headed
on
over to our
120th
pickup.
Avenue.
Well, let's see, I'm going to get screwed on this. They said, oh yeah, you go in early on that other one, they'll load you. And then it turned out they wouldn't. So, let's see about this one. Supposed to have an 11:30 pickup, but I don't understand these guys.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto 120th Avenue East Frontage Road.